Good afternoon to my little champs out there. Ma'am ji, ma'am Alia is saying, ma'am, we are waiting. Aa jaiye. Aap bulaye aur hum aa gaye. A very good afternoon to all my dear children. I hope it's... am I audible? Let me just see. If at all I am audible and if I am visible as well. Ma'am, Alia is saying, ma'am, we are waiting. Yes. So finally, I am audible and I am visible to myself. I hope I am visible and audible to you guys as well. And hi, Rahul. Rahul is there. Alia is there. My dear children, how is your preparation going on? What's up in school? Is it break? Is it your break that is ongoing? Are you enjoying your life? Lots of questions and answers are going to be discussed along with the MCQ questions right over here. So before we go ahead, we'll just wait for some time so that all your other friends can also join. By that time, please send this video link to everyone out there so that everyone can get to understand some concepts of biology. Yes, and score full on full. So I hope there is no one who is selfish here, right? Everyone wants your friends also to score really good. So with that love, share it with all your friends. Alia is saying, bilkul audible, also visible. Thank you. So we'll just wait for some time, like probably a minute, and then we will start off. By then, who all thinks that you guys are going to score 20 on 20 in this live? So we all know that the live says 20 most repeated previous year questions, right? So I'm going to solve 20 questions right over here. Who has that guarantee that I will definitely get 20 on 20? Put down in the comment section that yes ma'am, we are. Well, even if you do not think, have that affirmation that I'll try to get 20 on 20. That's the spirit, right? Okay, so I see 5 people over here. There's just only one rule, okay? Sirf ek rule hai. And what is that rule? That we all are friends and we all have to tell the answers. Even if you think the answers are wrong, make sure you're putting it down, and then if it is wrong, it's wrong. We correct it, right? That's how we learn. So here goes the first. I am going to score 100 on 100. Okay, Alia is on full spirit. Let's see if she can make it, and I'm waiting for others to also be in that spirit. So the first question goes right over here. It's from the chapter Heredity. Okay, so consider the following statements. The sex of a child is determined by what it inherits from the mother. The sex of the child is determined by what it inherits from the father. Third one, the probability of having a male child is more than that of a female child. And now the fourth one, the sex of the child is determined at the time of fertilization when male and the female gametes fuse to form a zygote. And you have these many options, A, B, C, D. What do you think is the correct answer for this particular question? So when a baby is being born, can you know the sex of the child? Can you say that, oh, now, okay, one child was a female, so this child will be definitely male? Can we have that random guess happening? If at all you have siblings, or if at all you're waiting for siblings, my dear children, answer is B. Alia says the answer is B for this particular question. Okay, let me see whether it's B. So according to B, statement 2 and statement 4 are correct. So what does statement 2 says? The sex of the child is determined by what it inherits from the father. I'll say this is correct. Okay, I do not know if at all I'm pronouncing it right, but Jasvir Kaur is there. Yes. So over here, Jasveer is also saying B, and yes, answer is B. Okay, so answer is B means this and this statement is correct. Let me see. Sex of the child is determined by what it inherits from the father. So my dear children, father will always have XY chromosome, mother will always have XX chromosome. Now in the gametes, one of them can go. So here anyway, the chromosome which is going to go is only X in the case of your mothers, that is the females. Now if we talk about fathers, either it can be X chromosome or it can be Y chromosome. Suppose this X chromosome is coming and now this and this gametes are fusing. You get XX, which is what? It's a female. But on the other hand, from the father's end, you get a Y chromosome, and from the mother's end, anyway, you do not have an option. You always have X chromosome only. So XY, it will be what? Male. So it is what the father gives that decides whether the child is a male or a female. Okay, now the sex of a child is determined at the time of fertilization when male and female gametes fuse to form a zygote. Is it like that? Yes, only at the time of fertilization. No, otherwise can I say that hey, this particular guy is gonna go or this particular gamete is gonna go? We cannot say that. It only depends on what happens during fertilization. So again, these two statements are absolutely correct, which is why your answer is B. So those of you who got B, I see Jasveer and Alia were the people who got B. So you guys are kudos, you are correct. And as she is saying, you got 1 out of 20. So I'm hoping for everyone that you guys get 20 on 20. Chalo, next question, try to solve this. This is from the chapter Control and Coordination. Are we ready? Let's solve it, okay? In a nerve cell, the site where the electrical impulse is converted into a chemical signal is known as axon, dendrites, neuromuscular junction, or the cell body. Chalo, guess. And those of you who are watching this video, I want all of you to actively participate. Listen, over here, I'm not to judge. Okay, I'm not here to judge any of you guys. You tell me the answer, I'll correct it if at all you're wrong, and we are friends. Okay? Alia says the answer for this question is C, neuromuscular junction. What about others? Prince Gaver is right over here saying the answer is C, okay? Hi Prince, is it neuromuscular junction, my dear children? What do you think? Sasmita is also there. Kudos. Now that's the Josh. Everyone, learn with Sudarshan. Hi, ma'am. I'm studying in Vedantu. Hi, dear. Okay. So the answer for this question is neuromuscular junction. I think I have a picture as well. So over here, do you know the story of neurons, how things work? Basically, there are some chemicals, okay, there are some chemicals being released, and these chemicals go and bind on small receptors, okay, they bind on small receptors which are at the tip of dendrites. Now when the chemicals comes and bind over here, you know what happens? In this particular region, that is the cell body, lots of gates are going to get open, lots of ion channels are going to get open, which is why so many ions will get inside, so many of them will go outside, lot of things are happening over here. So you got a chemical signal from outside, and now what is being generated? It's an electrical impulse. There is ions which are getting in and changing the whole scenario over here. Now the same thing happens. So many ion channels will open, and at the end it will reach here. That means at the axon terminals. And in the axon terminals, you see bulb-like structures which are there. You know what is inside that? Inside that, you have so many neurotransmitters or chemicals, and now these chemicals are going to be released. These chemicals are going to be released, and in the next you can have another neuron, or probably you can also have a muscle cell, or probably you can have a gland cell also. So either neuron, either muscle cell, or a gland cell. So this junction which is there is what you call as neuromuscular junction if the second thing that comes up is a muscle. Okay, this will be known as neuromuscular if at all the second thing that comes up is a muscle. And over here, your answer would be neuromuscular junction. It cannot be axon. Axon is this region. It cannot be dendrites, because in the dendrites, what is happening? The chemical is getting transported into electrical impulse. Here, ulta is given. No, they are asking you, where does the electrical impulse get converted to chemical signal? This is where it happens. Yes, learn with Sudarshan is saying, ma'am, when the neuron synapse is linked with the muscle, some chemicals are released to trigger the action of the effector organ. Yes, the effector muscle out there. You are absolutely correct. Well, children, this space is known as synapse. Suppose it's a neuron, then also this is known as synapse. If it is a gland, then also this is known as synapse. And when it is a muscle, you have a specific name, and that is neuromuscular junction. Cool. Let's go ahead, and I see that all of you are in full josh answering to all the questions, and I'm super proud of you. So basically 2 on 20, right Alia? And Jasveer, super great. Question number 3, try to solve this. This is from the chapter Life Processes. Okay, a stomata closes when? It needs carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. It does not need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Water flows out of the guard cell. Water flows inside the guard cell. What will be your answer for this particular question? You have A, B, C, D options right over here. Any guesses? My superstars? Okay, so Alia is the first one to say the answer is C. Anyone to say that no, Alia, there is something else as the answer? Bacha party, come on, Josh. Learn with Sudarshan says the answer is C. Okay. Anyone else? So C says, Jasveer also says the answer is C. Okay. So 3 votes for the C option. C option says 2 and 3 are correct. 2 statement. Stomata closes when it does not need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Yes. So basically, in case of us, okay, we guys, when we need to have food, that's when we open our mouth, right? When we do not need food, will we open our mouth? No. Similarly, whenever carbon dioxide is not needed, why do you think the stomata will open? It won't. So stomata closes when it does not need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Correct. Now the second reason is what? Water flows out of the guard cells. Is it because of that? Prince Gamer, the answer is Josh on top. Okay, Prince Gamer says the answer is C. Okay, I see you. Okay, don't spam. Now, over here, my dear children, what usually happens is that these stomata is what? A pore. And this stomata is basically guarded by 2 guard cells. And these guard cells, when it has a lot of water in the vacuole, what will happen? They will be like this. And when they are like this, what happens is that they open up and you have a space. Now suppose they have lost the water from here. What will happen? The guard cells which are there, they are going to get shrunken. They will get shrunk, and over here you would not have any space. So when water is lost or water flows out from the guard cells, my dear children, that's when the stomata is going to get closed. Okay? So over here 2 and 3 are the options. 2 and 3 are the options. Ritik Roy, CBSE. It's for CBSE. Totally fine, Prince. I'm so proud that you just listened at once. Kudos. So, my dear children, I hope you got why C is the correct answer. If at all you all understood, give me a thumbs up. If at all you all understood, give me a thumbs up, and by then I'll read out the name of the people who gave me the correct answers. So Ale was the first person, then Sudarshan, then Jasveer, then Prince Gamer. All of you gave me the correct answer. Ritik, my dear child, it's CBSE. It's CBSE that we are discussing right now. Okay? Shall we go ahead? Guys, can you give me a thumbs up over here? Yeah, okay. Fine. So 3 out of 20. Kudos. So this is how it looks. If at all you want to see, when water is there, it is open. When water is not there, it closes. Cool. Let's go ahead. Okay. How do organisms reproduce? Now this is the next question. Chalo. Question number 4. In which of the following organisms multiple fission is a means of asexual reproduction? Multiple fission is a means of asexual reproduction. You have options like yeast, leishmania, paramecium, and also plasmodium. I am from WB. Oh, wow, that's great. Mona Suthar is also there. Hi, Mona. Okay, the answer is D. Okay, Sudarshan said the answer is D. Ali also said the answer is D. Plasmodium. Is plasmodium the answer? Why do you think okay, Jasveer has a different answer. Okay, let's see who is correct. That's the game. That's the Josh. So my dear children, always understand that plasmodium. Okay, can you guys tell me what is that organism that causes malaria? Anyone? What is that organism that causes malaria? Anyone out there? So this is not from this portion, but still I'm asking you. It has something to do with this. Stay tuned. I'll give you the answer, but before that, can you tell me the name of the organism that causes malaria? Chalo, let's see. Thoda out of box, but it is going to be super informative. Because it undergoes karyokinesis continuously. Yes, that is correct. Guys, can you try this question's answer? What is that organism that causes malaria? Plasmodium. Jasveer is saying the answer is plasmodium. Sudarshan is saying the answer is mosquito. So this is where I wanted to jump in and tell you the answer. So it is plasmodium itself. So basically what happens is that mosquito which is there, it is being framed. Papa mosquito only. It's not Papa, but still I'm telling you, poor mosquito. Basically it carries this organism which is plasmodium, but plasmodium is the actual one to cause the disease malaria. So it is not that good at it as it seems. Okay. So over here, plasmodium, my dear children, every one of them, yeast, leishmania as well as paramecium, have other mode of reproduction. Yeast, you know, they do budding. They do budding. They have small buds from their body. Leishmania and paramecium, which is there, they basically divide their body into two. So that is known as binary fission. Now when you are being asked about multiple fission means from one organism you are getting multiple other organisms, and that happens in Plasmodium. And as Sudarshan was saying, yes, as Sudarshan was saying that basically there is karyokinesis happening. So I'll give you an understanding of it. Suppose this is a nucleus. This is a nucleus. Now usually what happens is that nucleus divides into two, and now the cell also divides into two. The process of nuclear division is known as karyokinesis. It is known as karyokinesis. Okay, and the cell division is known as cytokinesis. So every time karyokinesis happens, cell division or the cytokinesis also happens. But over here, karyokinesis is being repeated. There are so many nuclei, and later on only they will be having cell wall formation around them, and at last they will burst open and you will be having so many small other Plasmodium out there. Okay, so over here, yes, Sudarshan said the name of the mosquito as well. Yes, it is female Anopheles mosquito. It is female Anopheles mosquito. So I think you got the answer and you will never forget it. Please do not forget it. Okay, the answer for this question is Plasmodium. Chale, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Alia, what's our score? 4 on 20, right? So Alia, Jasvi, Sudarshan, as well as Rahul, all of you guys are doing awesome. In between, we got Mona. I think Mona has... Where is Mona? Okay, so children, as I always say, do not shy away from trying out questions, from telling the answers. This is how we learn better. Okay? So question number 5. Try this question. During cellular oxidation of glucose, that means when glucose is being broken down, cellular oxidation of glucose, ATP is produced along with the formation of other products in this reaction. Okay, which of the following events is associated with production of maximum ATP molecules per molecule of glucose during the process? So that is the question, and Alia says the answer for this question is D. So basically I'll just make the question super easy and tell you. Okay, so here you have glucose. Now they are asking you that glucose is broken down. We all know that glucose is broken down and to pyruvate. Now this pyruvate basically can undergo three things, can have three situations. Which of these three situations which will be ending in production of maximum number of ATPs? That is the question, right? So either when pyruvate is there, the pyruvate can get inside the mitochondria and basically produce carbon dioxide, produce H2O and also ATP. So here, ma'am, energy is being produced. Yes. What about this? So this is in the presence of oxygen. When oxygen is there, that's when all of this happens. Now when oxygen is not there, what happens then? Suppose in our body there is less oxygen. At that particular point of time, you know what happens? The pyruvate basically converts into something else which is known as lactic acid. But here also ATP is being produced. But here also ATP is being produced. And always remember, whenever there is no oxygen, you call this condition as anaerobic condition. Okay, there is lack of oxygen. Now suppose this is happening in yeast and there is no oxygen. In yeast and there is no oxygen, again in anaerobic condition, what is the product? Over here you get ethanol, you get carbon dioxide and also again you get ATP. Now you have been asked which of them will produce the maximum number of ATP. Ma'am, how would we know? Everywhere ATP is being produced, right? So my dear children have the answer for this question. So they are saying that whenever carbon dioxide is produced in human cells, that's when ATP is being produced the most. So out of three things, you say in human cells, this is for yeast, right? In yeast, carbon dioxide is being produced. But here it is happening in humans. And here also getting ATP. Is this where you get the maximum amount of ATPs? The answer is yes. And I saw someone saying, Learn with Sudarshan saying, 36 or 38 ATPs are being produced. Yes. There are 36 or 38 ATPs being produced when human cells, my dear children, undergo aerobic respiration whenever oxygen is there. So your answer for this question would be this. Not when ethanol is produced in yeast. That's where you get less ATP. Lactic acid in the muscle cells. Again, that is where you get less ATP. Carbon dioxide in yeast cell is the same thing. You get less ATP. This is where you get the most. Okay, it is either 36 or 38, both of them. So all of you guys got the answer. You guys are absolutely correct, which is why I'll go ahead with the next question. And my dear children, do you need the PDF? If at all you need the PDF, let us know in the comment section. We'll make sure you get the PDF. Okay? So Alia was correct, Jasveer was correct, Sudarshan was correct, all of you were correct. And now I'm waiting for some new children also, just because we have reached on the 6th question. You have so many other questions to take on the battle, right? So try to solve this question and then only we'll go ahead. This is again from the chapter Life Processes. So during which of the following stages of circulation of blood in a normal human being, the oxygenated blood is pumped to all parts of the body? So this question was there in the previous live also. Try to solve this question. They are asking you ki circulation is happening. Okay, circulation is happening. Now you have to tell when does the oxygenated blood gets pumped to all part of the body during circulation. That is the question. So Alia says the answer is B. Learn with Sudarshan also B. And I have a new person, Raj. Raj, hi Raj. And Raj also says the answer is B. Okay. Jasveer is also saying the answer is B. Okay, let's see. So you were saying during contraction of left ventricle, that's when we get the highest amount of oxygenated blood. Is that true? Let's see with a picture. So here you have the picture, my dear children. This is my heart, okay? And my heart has two parts. One is left side and one is right side. In the left side you have atrium and ventricle. A comes first and then comes V. We all know in our alphabetic order also A comes first, right? So A then V. Here also A then V. Now my dear children, the lungs which is there, when we breathe in, what are we breathing in? We are breathing in oxygen, right? And the other gases, but more of the oxygen. Now this oxygen which is there, it is very much fastly captured by the blood cells from our lungs, and now someone is screaming for oxygen. And what is that? Left atrium. It is saying la oh. What does O stand for? Oxygen. So please bring oxygen. So always remember, oxygenated blood from the lungs comes to the left side, left atrium. And now the left ventricle. Now the left ventricle will contract, and when it contracts, when it does pichuk, what will happen? All of the oxygen will be going to the rest of the body through our blood. Okay, so it's when the left ventricle contracts, that's when we get the highest amount of oxygen. Always remember that. So what is your answer for this question? Your answer for this question is what you guys said. It is B. Kudos. So what is the score? Everyone, can you tell me your score as of now? Let's see. So all of you guys were correct, but I definitely want to know the scores as well. And is the pace fine? Do you want me to slow down a bit? If at all yes, let me know. If at all no, let me know. So this, okay. Children, we are good? Can we go ahead? Okay, 6 on 20 says Sudarshan. What about others? Have we lost the track of it? Come on. Kudos. All of you are going on really good. Now we are on the 7th question. Just we say 6 on 20. Kudos. Okay, awesome. Chalo. Try to solve this question. 7th question. The plant hormone whose concentration stimulates the cells to grow longer on the side of shoot which is away from the light is. Moon is there saying 20 on 20. Okay, we are reaching there. Answer is D. So here it is being asked, the plant hormone whose concentration stimulates the cell to grow on the other side of the shoot which is away from the light. Suppose you have two sides. Okay, suppose this is the shoot, and my dear children, suppose you have a sun over here. The sun's beams are falling on this side. It is saying there is a hormone which makes the cells on the other side to grow in size. What is that particular hormone? Is your question. So auxin. What is your name, ma'am? My name is Jasmine Joy. Okay, so Alia said the answer, it is D, and then came. Okay, Jasveer who said D, and Sudarshan also who said D. Okay. Kudos. So my dear children, the answer is actually D. It is auxin. I'll tell you the story of auxin. But let me see if I have a picture. Yes, I have the picture. So look. So the auxin molecules, they are scattered throughout. Okay, they are scattered throughout when the sun is there. Now suppose the sun is on the other side. What will happen? The auxin says, oh my God, I have to run away, and it runs away on the other side, on the shaded side. Okay, where sun is not there, it will move on this side. Now what will happen is that when auxin is in high concentration in one particular site, it causes or it makes the cells to elongate. It makes the cells to elongate. Now you only think, one side the cells are elongating, on the other side the cells are chutku chutku only. So what will happen? The plant itself will slowly bend. Why do you think this is happening? Because we want the other side to also get what? The sunlight. That is why this happens. Isn't it amazing? So yes, it is done by auxin. Cell elongation is a function of auxin. And someone said, who was that someone? Let me see. Someone said phototropism. Yes, you guys were correct when you said that. Well, the answer for this question would be D. Your answer for this question would be D. It is auxin. So you guys are absolutely rocking the floor, and let's go ahead with the next question. But before that, let me read out the people who genuinely tried. So it was Alia, it was Jasveer, it was Sudarshan, and in between that I got Sunny out there as well. Mooni is also here. West Indies, very big hello to you as well. My dear children, can we share this live lecture with all of your friends and make the live children out there to be at least 50? Can we try for that? All your friends, ask them to join, solve this question. Solve this question. Okay, Anshika is asking why its root do opposite. Because in the roots, the auxin have an opposite function. It has a negative function. It's not the same as how it happens in the case of a shoot. So it's not there are two type of channels. Either it can be positive channel or a negative channel. But in the case of roots, it follows a negative channel. Okay? Chalo, here the people have started giving me the answers also. So Alia says the answer is B. Sudarshan also says his answer is B. Okay, let me find if at all the answer is B or not. Biomagnification. Okay, so assertion says accumulation of harmful chemicals is maximum in the organisms at the highest trophic level of a food chain. Do you think it is highest? It is in maximum amount in the highest trophic level of organism, my dear children? Yes. Why do you think it is happening? Suppose you have a plant. Suppose you have a plant. Now on this plant or a tree, basically, I put some pesticides. I put some chemicals. You know what's the bad thing about these chemicals? They are not getting broken down. They do not get broken down, which is why they are going to get accumulated. So it is too much in their body. Now suppose this plant has been eaten by a rabbit. A rabbit comes and eats it. But do you think it will just depend on one plant for food? Do you think it will just depend on one plant for food? No, it will feed on multiple plants. Multiple plants means multiple amount of pesticides. And now it is going to get accumulated in what? The rabbit. Now the rabbit, my dear children, suppose it is eaten by a vulture. Do you think the vulture will be only eating one rabbit? No, obviously it can feed on multiple rabbits or multiple other organisms. So chemicals are here, the chemicals are there also. Everything is eaten by the vulture. So obviously it will be having the highest amount of what? Highest amount of chemicals in them. And as someone said, let me see, Sudarshan was the person who said that it is known as biomagnification. Yes. So basically when we move up the trophic level, the amount of pesticides which is getting accumulated, it increases, and this is known as biomagnification level. Okay, fine. And Mooni, I'm just answering a question. Just give me a second. Once I'm done with this, I'll come back to that. Now reason. Harmful chemicals are sprayed on the crops to protect them from diseases and pests. Harmful chemicals are sprayed on the crops to protect them from disease and pests. Yes, that is also correct. But does it explain this one? Does it explain this one? No. You are just telling the cause. You are not telling why it is maximum in the highest trophic level. Because it is not being broken down. Because it is being accumulated. And that is not given, which is why your answer for this question would be B. All of you are absolutely correct who gave me the answer. Okay, so it is B. Do not go with A because it is not the correct explanation of A. Now, Moni is saying, ma'am, is this channel only for CBSE student or also for NCERT, because I am a student for this channel. So basically, CBSE follows NCERT, so you can refer. Okay, so NCERT it is the main book of NCERT is the main book for CBSE, so yes. Okay, children, can we go ahead with the next question? What's our score? Anyone? Can I tell the score? Out of 20, is it 8 or is it less than 8? Is it 8 or is it less than 8? And also who are very new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and you will get all your answers. Ma'am, it's loading little bit. Is it? Why so? 8. Sudarshan says 8 on 20. 8 on 20. Guys, you are going absolutely great. Chalo. Is it audible? Is it visible? Can I go with the next question? Question number 9. Western D is the first one to answer this question now. She says it's A. Okay. Receptors are usually located in sense organ. Gustatory receptors are present on tongue, nose, eyes or ears. So your answer is A. Oh my God, everyone full form, A only. And I'll tell you the best way to remember this, okay? I have told in the previous live also, I put this question there. Now, gustatory is in our tongue. And tongue is there for taste, right? So you can remember as gustatory. So gustatory is for what? Your tongue. It's on the tongue. And in nose, what do you have? You know, you can get that smell of oil, right? So similarly, you can remember olfactory receptors. So olfactory receptors are there in your nose for sensing the smell. Now, if you go ahead, eye, my dear children, eye basically is responsible for seeing and everything. So we say photoreceptors are there. Photoreceptor is there. And ear, we have always have phone around the ear, right? So we have phonoreceptors out there. So do not forget the names of the receptors. They are super, super important and I hope you would not forget that. Okay, so those of you who gave me this answer, that is starting from Western D and then going with Jasveer, Alia, Sudarshan, all of you, Anshika, all of you scoring really, really great. You guys are awesome. Do you know that? Now, solve this question. It's heredity based question. It might take a bit of time to solve this, but if you solve this, you are going to great. Ma'am, actually I came late. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Sudarshan. I count you as 9 on 10, 20 only, okay? It's not your fault. Come on. Children, can we try this question now? And did you share this live with your friends? If at all you have not, tell them right now. Share it with all your friends out there. Okay? And let everyone come in and let's make it a Josh wala class. So, hello Banti. Banti is here. Hello ma'am, I am new student and my name is Vikash Kushwa. Okay, Vikash. Okay, I will not forget your name. I'll try to remember it, okay? Hi Yuvraj. Okay, I see new people coming out there. Oh my God. Now tension. Let me tell the answer. Okay, so if pea plants with round and green seeds are crossed with the pea plants with having wrinkled and yellow seeds, the seeds developed from the plants of F1 generation will be. What is your answer for this question? F1 generation. So basically I have two plants. Let's take capital R, small y, and then small r, capital Y. What is this character? This is round and green. This is round and green. And this is what? This is wrinkled and yellow. Now over here, the capital letters means it is dominant trait. So first of all, every time when you solve this type of questions, we have to find what is the dominant thing. So here in the character of the shape, round and wrinkled, what is dominant? It is capital R which is dominant. So we'll write that round is dominant. Now in the character of the color, yellow and green, which is dominant? Capital Y is there, that is for yellow. So yellow is dominant. Always remember in the F1 generation, the first generation, only the dominant character is going to appear. Only the dominant character. Always remember. So basically over here you will be getting round and yellow. 100% of them are going to be round and yellow. This is the easiest way how you can solve this particular question. I am weak in heredity. You will be strong in heredity after this particular session. Okay? I promise that. Sarvendra, hi dear. And Vishwas also gave me the answer. So let me read out the name of the people who gave me the answers. Starting from oh my God. Starting from Jasveer, then Sudarshan, then Yuvraj, Alia, Muni, Vishwas, all of you. Kudos, and Sarvendra. So my dear children, I'll tell you how you need to solve the questions related to heredity. So over here, suppose you are being asked about the F1 generation, you know this is a thing. If at all you are asked, what is this genotype here? How it is round yellow? Because round yellow can look like this. Round yellow can look like this. Round yellow is also like this. Round yellow is also like this. Which of the genotype is found in F1 generation? How can we say that? How can we say that? Any idea? Any idea? How can we say that? Well, I'll give you a clue. So always, chemistry, my dear children, would be starting off later on. I'll let you know whenever it is there very soon. Sudarshan is from Tamil Nadu. Hi. So over here, listen, capital R, small y is there. And small r, capital Y is there. Do you know how do you form the gametes? If at all you do not know, listen to this and all your genetic related problems will be done. So, you have to imagine 2 chromosomes and another 2 chromosomes right over here. Same thing repeats, 2 chromosomes, 2 chromosomes. So, in this one you put capital R, in the other one also capital R. In this one small y, in this one also small y. Here also small r, and then capital Y, capital Y. Now you know what? When gametes are being formed, okay, when gametes are being formed, what usually happens, children, I will be giving the answer to all your questions, but I am just trying to explain you a little bit about genetics because it is going to help you well, okay? So over here, when gametes are being formed, from a pair of chromosome, only one chromosome goes to the gamete. So from this pair, either capital R or capital R, anyway it will be capital R. From this pair, either small y, so again small y. So all the gametes, 4 gametes will be produced, all of them will be having the same type of gametes. All of them are going to have the same type of gametes which looks like this, capital R, and there is small y, and there is small y. Now over here, what will be the gamete if at all you see? Can you tell me what is a gamete over here? Anyone who is watching this video properly, can you tell me the gametes which are going to be formed over here? What will it have? Ma'am, gametes formation is meiosis or mitosis? Good question. It is meiosis. It is meiosis, which is why only half the number of chromosomes are going to come. So this is the chromosomes in my parent, but not everything comes, only half of it comes. And why do you think half of it comes? Because my dear children, meiosis is happening. Okay? Ma'am, you know Kishore sir because I am student of Kishore sir. No dear, I do not know Kishore sir, but I am glad you are here. Children, small r, capital Y is over here. Yes, Sarvendra, Yuvraj, all of you are correct. So from here, whatever you do, you get small r, right? You get small r. And from here, if you see, you will anyway get capital Y. Now, when the gametes are going to fuse, what is the new thing that you're going to get? So now the chromosomes are going to look like this. So one pair would be like this and one pair like this. So here, one will be capital R from this side and one will be small r from this side. One will be capital Y from that side and one will be small y. So if you total it out, it will be capital R, capital Y, small y. Now you tell me, how do you see it? It will be round because round is dominant and yellow is also dominant. So it will be round and yellow. This is how you have to make what? This is how you have to make the gametes out there. I hope children you got it. Did you get it? Chalo. Pehle ye batao, did you get it? And then I'll give you answers to all your questions. Someone was asking me where I am from and everything. Score 10 on 20. Alia says the score is 10 on 20. Yes, so I'm getting 100 and everything out there. And Vishwas, thank you so much. He said that you're a new student to Deeksha Vedantu. I hope you are subscribed. Yes. So all of you have got it. I'm super proud of you guys. Thank you, Sarvendra, Alia, Samriddhi, hi dear, and Sudarshan. Yeah, okay. Going ahead with the next question right there. So your answer for this question is 100% round and yellow. I hope you got it now. Going ahead with the next question, question number 11. Try to solve it and then we'll have some gupchup, okay? So which are the correct statements related to ozone? Ozone layer helps in increasing the UV radiations reaching the earth. Ozone is a deadly poison. Ozone layer shields the earth from UV radiation. Ozone layer prevents UV rays which causes skin cancer. You are asked which one of them is correct. Which one of them is correct? Bishwas, it's totally fine dear. It's totally fine. Okay. So from wherever you started off, if at all you're getting your answers correct, kudos. So Alia is back again. We're saying that the answer is B for this question. Okay. B statement says that 2, 3, 5. Sorry, 2, 3, 4. All of them are correct. Everyone going with that? Vishwas also saying it's B. What about others? Sudarshan, Samriddhi, Sarvendra, Yuvraj. All my champions out there. Mooni. Okay, Sarvendra says the answer is C. Okay, I've got a different option out there. And Vishwas also says it's B. Okay. Mooni also says it's B. Okay. Sudarshan also B. So my dear children, the answer for this question is actually B. Why? I'll tell you. So ozone layer helps in increasing the UV radiation reaching the earth. No, ozone basically are found at 2 levels. Always remember. It is either found in the stratosphere. Okay, it's either found in stratosphere very at the top. Okay, there it will protect us from the UV radiation from the sun. Because UV rays, if it falls on us, basically we will be having skin cancer and a lot of things. So that is the work of ozone, which is at the top. Now, ozone molecules can be in the ground level also. When it comes to the ground level, it causes respiratory issues because you know what? It's a deadly poison. At ground level, it's a deadly poison. So which is why over here the first statement says that it is helping in increasing UV radiation reaching the earth. No, it stops the UV rays to reach the earth. Ozone is a deadly poison. Yes, ma'am, in the ground level. Ozone layer shields the earth from UV radiation. Yes, ma'am, it does. We know that. And ozone layer prevents the UV rays which causes skin cancer. Does it cause skin cancer? Yes, UV rays causes skin cancer. So basically I'll say 2, 3 and 4 are correct, which is why your answer would be B for this option. So those of you who got it wrong, it's totally fine. Vishwas, you also gave me the answer. I'm so sorry. Okay? Fine. So can we go ahead with the next question? My God, you guys are actually fire. Super great. Okay? So Sanika Sawant is also there. Hi Sanika. I hope you're doing great. Okay, chalo. Alia says the score is 11 on 20 and Vishwas says 7 on 20. Kudos to all of you. Let's solve this question. This is the 12th question out there. Assertion: the rate of breathing in aquatic organism is much faster than in terrestrial organism. Why ozone is a deadly poison? Shreya Rastogi has asked me a question. So ozone is what? O3 molecule. It's O3 molecule, and basically when we breathe in, it goes and mixes with other compounds out there in our body and leads to respiratory issues. Okay, it leads to respiratory issues in our body. So ozone is actually a poison because it causes troubles in us, because it can be reactive inside our body if it is found in the ground level. I hope I answered your question, my dear. I'm sorry, Vishwas. Okay, now you may not do Vishwas on me, but still. Okay. So everyone says C. So those of you who have given me the answer, I'll read out your name. But before that, let me see if the answer is C. So rate of breathing in aquatic organism is much faster than in terrestrial organism. Yes, if at all you have seen that they do very fast. But why do you think they do that? The amount of oxygen dissolved in water is very little as compared to the amount of oxygen in air. Yes. So in water, the amount of dissolved oxygen is less. So for example, we are a fish. So when we take in water over here, the fish takes in water through its mouth and basically gives it out through its gills. So here only little oxygen is there, little amount of oxygen is there. So what it has to do? It has to breathe in again. Why? Because the dissolved oxygen is less. So your answer for this question, okay, so your answer for this particular question would be what? This and this is correct, and reason is also explaining assertion. So your answer is both A and R are true, and the reason is the correct explanation. Why did you guys say the answer is C? Wait. What is happening over here? What is C? Assertion is true, but the reason is false. The amount of oxygen dissolved in water is very higher. Sorry. I am wrong. I'm so sorry. This is wrong because over here, amount of oxygen dissolved in water is very high is given. It is actually low. It is not high, it is low. So which is why assertion is true and the reason is false. Yes. So you guys are correct. The answer is C. Okay. It must be C. Yes, it is C. I'm so sorry. That's my mistake. I corrected it. Okay. So now let me read out the name of the children who gave me the answers and everything. And while then you try to solve the 13th question. Chalo. So starting with Sudarshan. Sudarshan was the first one to give me the answer. Then Alia. Then Vishwas. Yes. And then Then. Where are the other children? So you guys have, okay. Shreya also gave me the answer. Kudos to you. And, okay, I think that many people gave me the answer as C. Fine. Vishwas says, ma'am, but you are sweet and good at teaching, good explaining. Thank you so much, Vishwas. Suggest the channel with your friends also so that they can also come join in the live sessions, right? Now, Alia says the answer for this question is B. Let me see if it's B. In humans' respiratory system, when a person breathes in, the position of ribs and diaphragm will be what? Learn with Sudarshan says it's B, and also Vishwas says it's B. Anyone else to say that no, they are all wrong? The answer is something else. Sarvendra says it's B. Okay, hi Sarvendra. Good. Back on track. Always on track actually, right? So, yes. So over here, my dear children, always remember this basic funda, okay? So, in humans, when a person breathes in, you need more space for the oxygen and every gases to be there, right? So, which is why the ribs which is there, it will what? It will be lifted. Okay, it is going to be lifted. Now, what will happen to the diaphragm? That is where you get things wrong. Diaphragm which is there, it is actually dome shaped like this. So, basically, when more amount of air comes in, this has to get flattened. It has to get flattened because you need space now. So, diaphragm will flatten when you breathe in. Always remember that. Okay, diaphragm is going to get flattened. So, lifted ribs and flattened diaphragm would be the answer for this question. If you're talking about dome shape, it's when we breathe out. When we breathe out, it again goes back, takes the position. Okay. So B is the answer for this question, and always remember, so usually when we sit, okay, I'll give you easy funda to remember, usually when we sit like this, no, even though we should not sit like this, we should sit like straight, but we sit like this. So remember, relaxed, when in relaxed condition, you will always have a dome shaped thing. Okay? Guys, I want every one of you to score full on full. Please don't fight for the first position. For me, all of you are in the first position, okay? But it's just that I want you guys to have that spirit, try for yourself and see if at all you're able to make it or not. It's for your self-belief, okay? Ma'am, your state name, ma'am, because Vedantu branch are not in Madhya Pradesh in Gwalior. Okay. Chalo. Guys, try to solve this question, do not find. Achhe bacche hai na sab log? बड़े गंदे बच्चे नहीं बनो, सब अच्छा बच्चा है, right? So my state name, okay, so basically I was born and brought up in Indore, Madhya Pradesh, but I am originally a Malayali. I am from Kerala, okay? Chalo. So 14th question, select out the following gland which does not occur in pair in human body, and all of you are saying the answer for this question is A. Starting from Alia, Sudarshan also says it's A, and Vishwas also says it's A, Saurav also, Cubing Master is there, hi Cubing Master, A, okay. So since everyone is saying A, Sarvendra has a different answer, okay, let me see if it is different. Shreya is also saying it is pituitary gland. So, well, the answer for this question is actually pituitary gland, because that is the one which is not in pair. It is found in our brain, my dear children, and this is not paired, this is unpaired. Always remember, pituitary gland has two lobes. Okay, it has two lobes, which is anterior and posterior lobe, but it does not have two pair of it. No, it's not in a pair. It's just two lobes. Now, ovary, testis, adrenal glands, all of them are paired glands, and I can show you a picture of things. So, over here, my dear children, pineal gland, pituitary gland which is there, it is inside our brain, and here you have hypothalamus also, they are unpaired. Now, if you go down, above our kidney, we have a pair of gland which is known as what? Adrenal gland. Now, if you go here, in the case of female, you have a pair of ovary. In the case of male, there is a pair of testis. Now, this gland which you see, thymus, it is unpaired. This gland is thyroid gland. This is also unpaired. There is no pair of it. So, only these three, this gland is the one which is unpaired. Rest all of them are paired. ठीक है? चले? 15th question. Chalo. Try to solve this question number 15, and yes, that's all. Pituitary gland, A. Every one of you gave me the correct answer. I am super proud of all of you. You guys are actually rock stars. Okay? G, ma'am. So, you guys know my name? Any guesses? What's my name? So close. Chalo. Which of the following statements are true about the human heart? Right atrium receives oxygenated blood from the lungs through the pulmonary artery. Left atrium transfers oxygenated blood to the left ventricle, which sends it to the various parts of the body. Right atrium receives deoxygenated blood through vena cava from the upper and the lower body. And left atrium transfers oxygenated blood to aorta, which sends it to different part of the body. What do you think is the answer for this question? And oh my God, I have got so many answers. Alia, starting with Alia, says the answer is C. Study online. Hi dear. Says the answer is A. Cuban Master says it's B, Sudarshan says it's C, and Vishwas also says it's C. Oh my God. Sarvendra also says it's C, which is why, again, I have to check. I have to check whether the answer, Ashutosh is also there. Hi Ashutosh. Okay, chalo, let's see. Over here, what does C statement say, since most of you guys said C? C statement says B and C is correct. B and C. Let's see if it is correct or not. Left atrium transfers oxygenated blood to left ventricle, which sends it to various parts of the body. Is it like that? I told you, always remember, oxygenated blood comes to the atrium only, left atrium only, because LA is chilling. Lao, bring in oxygen. So oxygen comes over here. From the left ventricle, it is going to the rest of the body through aorta. It is absolutely correct. This particular statement is correct. Now going with the second statement, right atrium receives deoxygenated blood through vena cava from upper and lower body. So now the oxygen is received by the body, okay, by the cells of the body. What does the cells give back as return gift? Carbon dioxide, deoxygenated blood. Okay, so oxygen is taken up. What is left back? It is deoxygenated blood. And how is deoxygenated blood given to the right atrium? With the help of vena cava. It's a vein. And you have superior and inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava collects everything from down region. Superior one collects everything from the upper region. And both of them dump the blood into the right atrium. So this is also correct. Right atrium receives deoxygenated blood through vena cava from upper and lower body. So your answer for this question would be B and C, that is C option. Okay. Okay. You teaching best, ma'am. Thank you, Ashutosh. Thank you so much. Means a lot. So if that's the case, then you guys have already subscribed to the channel, right? So, Mooni, I wish I could know Telugu, but I do not know. I'll definitely try to learn a little bit. Okay, chalo. So which one of the following organism is represented by the diagram? So this is a diagram. Okay. Children, try to solve this question. I've got a question. Shreya Rastogi, ma'am, what to do in order to not get even half marks deducted in biology? Write in points, makes the diagram properly, label the diagram as well, and underline the key points. You will never lose your marks in biology. Okay, chalo. And first of all, study very, very hard and smart. Okay, so what is being represented over here? So it is clearly showing that spores are being released. So is it Spirogyra? S for spores, S for Spirogyra. Is it planaria? Is it yeast? Is it rhizopus? Your answer for this question, chalo. Now here I think everyone might lose the track of it. Chalo. So I saw the first person was Sudarshan. It was D, and then Ali also D, and then I have Akshu. Hi dear. Study online says A. Sarvendra says D. Mooni says D. Okay. I hope I'm not leaving out any of your names. Saurav also says it's D. Okay, so the answer for this question is actually D. You know why? Because D is a fungi. You see the bread mold? On the bread you can see that green thing that comes up. That's rhizopus. And basically they have root-like structures, and then they have all this thing. This part which is there, a bulb sort of thing, it is known as sporangium, where basically what happens, there are so many spores, and these spores, they just move out and they land somewhere. And whenever now you have a favorable condition, suppose there is moisture, things like that, they will again grow and do the same thing. So the answer for this question is rhizopus. Okay, it is known as rhizopus. Spirogyra, my dear children, it's a type of a primitive plant. Some people put it in the group of bacteria also, but it is actually a primitive plant. Planaria is basically a platyhelminthes, and yeast which is there, it is again a fungi. Okay, so your answer for this question is D. Vishwas ma'am, why left ventricle wall is thin? We will come to that because I have a question related to that. Okay? Chalo. Question number 17. Try to solve this. A cross made between two pea plant produce. Chalo. This is heredity question, and this is where I want to see how many of you guys are actually going to rock. Because I feel that for you guys, heredity is one thing that is the toughest. I might be wrong here, but still. Chalo, guys, don't fight there. As I said, this is not just for the marks, this is for you to understand things, if at all you're able to understand. Sarvendra and Alia, chalo, अच्छे बच्चे हो ना सब लोग, don't fight, okay? We are all friends, remember that. Okay, so I've got so many multiple answers out over here. Alia says the answer is C, and learn with Sudarshan C. Okay, Vishwas also C. Shreya, dear, okay, I have seen a different answer there. Sanika also, I see a different answer there. Let me see whether the answer is C. Bittu Khan is there. Hi, Bittu. And Vishwas also. Chalo. So, the answer for this question is actually C. I'll tell you why. Okay, I'll tell you why. Listen to me very carefully. Sarvendra also C. Chalo. A cross made between two pea plant produces 50% tall and 50% short. 50% tall and 50% short. Now for being short, my dear children, you know tall is a dominant trait and being short is what? A recessive trait. For being short, you should have 2 T's. You should be getting 2 T's, right? Which means you should get 1 T from one parent and another T from another parent. So in that case, ma'am, it can be capital T here, no? One parent like this, another parent like this, both of them tall, but tall like this. But my dear children, in this case, will you get 50% of them which are short? No. For 50% of them being short, that means you should get 2 of them like this. For getting 2 of them like this, my dear children, suppose this small t is coming from here, next small t is there. Again, this t is coming from here, this also should be small t. Then only this can happen. Then only this will be happening. Always understand that. Okay, now I'll make a proper cross and I'll show you. So capital T, small t, small t, small t. This is the parents. Now in the gametes, what are the gametes? Capital T, small t. Here small t and small t. Now this gamete can fuse with this, that means capital T, small t. It is tall. This gamete can fuse with this, that means capital T, tall t. Again, this is tall. Okay, 50% of tall is done. Now this and this, small t, that means this is what? Short or dwarf. This and this, again small t, this is again dwarf. So 50% of them dwarf, 50% of them tall. Your answer would be... Chalo, bachcho. Bapis aao. So over here, your answer is C. Let me see who all got it correct. And by then, try to solve this question. Have I repeated 17th question twice? So you get an extra question, okay? Chalo, 17th question aa gaya hai. So there's an extra question, it will be out of 21. Okay, in human beings, when the process of digestion is completed, the proteins, carbohydrates and fats are respectively finally converted to what? Proteins, carbohydrates and fats are converted to what? अरे बच्चों आ जाओ वापस इस दुनिया में. Come on. Let us know the answer. Okay, so over here, learn with Sudarshan says it's B, and Vishwas says it's B, Alia says it's B, and what? And who is the next one? Study online also says it's B. Ashutosh also says it's B. Okay, ठीक है. So the answer is B. Bittu Khan also says the answer is B. Okay, so अब तो लॉक करना पड़ेगा. B ही होगा. सब बोल रहे B है तो B ही होगा, right? So anyways, okay, so over here, proteins are made up of amino acids, always remember. So amino acids comes together like this, and that's how you get the proteins. Now what about carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are basically made up of smaller sugars. The smaller sugars. Now the smaller sugar, my dear children, can be glucose. So basically, carbohydrate, when you break them down, you get glucose. But it can be fructose, it can be something else also, but majorly it is glucose only. Now fat is where most of us get things wrong. Fat, bacha, is made up of 2 things. Fat is fat because it is made up of 2 things. What is that 2 things? It is fatty acid plus glycerol. The glucose likhe mat aana, theek hai? It is glycerol, fatty acid plus glycerol, which is why your answer for this question would be B. Okay, your answer for this question would be B. Shreya Rastogi, ma'am, do you like physics? Should I be honest? Okay. Answer is B, but why? I hope, Ashutosh, you have got the answer why. Okay. Clear, eh? For everyone who feel the answer is clear, give me a thumbs up right now. And all of you who are watching this video, please subscribe to the channel abhi ke abhi. Right now. Okay. And share it with your friends also. Bittu Khan, a very good afternoon, dear. Very rare to hear good afternoon in online lectures, but yeah, I'm super happy to hear that. So question number 18 is ready for you. Garam garam question is ready, and now you have to solve it and give me garam garam answer. Okay. So over here, the question goes like this. The part of seed which is a source of food during germination of seed is. The part of seed which is source of food during germination of seed is. What do you think is the answer for this question? Cotyledon, radicle, plumule, embryo. It is being asked. Ma'am, your channel is there in the WhatsApp. Yes, it is there, dear. The link is given in the description box. Please join that. That's where you get the PDF. Okay? Join that. Thank you, Study Online and Bittu and Vishwas. Okay. So Sudarshan says the answer for this question is A. Alia also A. And then I have Vishwas also says the answer is A. Bittu Khan A. Okay. Everyone says A. Shall we lock it? Ashutosh also A. Chalo. Since everyone is saying A, are you taking up A or do you actually know the answer is A? So basically plants which are germinating, they also need food, and plants, they cannot roam around and carry their food. So which is why they have a storehouse which you call as cotyledon. It's not radicle, it's not plumule, it's not even embryo. So listen, embryo which is there, embryo is the part. Now in the embryo you have plumule region which gives rise to the shoot of the plant, that means stem, leaf and everything. There is radicle region which gives rise to what? The roots of the plant, and there is two storehouse which is known as cotyledon. This whole structure which you see is known as an embryo. Okay, so in some plants there is only one cotyledon, in some plants you have two. So one where you have two, basically they are known as dicotyledons. For example, chickpea. You might have seen chickpea or green gram that is being put, my dear children. You can break it into two. Why? Because they have two cotyledons. So basically these are the cotyledons. They provide nutrition such that the seedling can grow like this. The plumule can grow and here also it can grow. Okay, got it? In some plants it is only one. Can any one of you? Chalo. Either to you guys are, you might are saying like A, others are saying A, so here also it will be A. But you have to tell me a question's answer. And that question goes like this. Listen to me very carefully, okay? Can you give me an example of a plant which just has one cotyledon? Just has one cotyledon. And this is something that we usually have for food. Okay, this is usually what we have for food. Okay. Okay. मैं confused. Study online. Confusion clear hai? It's done, sorted. Ki you still have a doubt. Kavita Pati is saying 21 after 21. Okay, I'm aiming for that. Chalo, let's see. So over here, my dear children, I gave you a question. Mustard. Kavita says the answer is mustard. For the ones which has one cotyledon, what do you call them? Monocots actually. What do you call them? Monocot. Do you have any other answers, my dear children? Do you have any answer? Mustard is actually dicot. Mustard is actually dicot, okay? I'll tell you the easy way to remember. Wheat. Okay, rice, everything, if at all you have seen. Can you break down the wheat which is there into two? No, because there are no two cotyledons. Whereas when you see chickpea is the chole that you eat, right? Chickpea, if you see, by dear children, you can break them down to two because they are dicots. Okay, always remember that. So this is a dicot, and we go ahead with the next question, question number 19th. Assertion. Chalo, in the human heart, ventricles have thicker muscular walls than atria. This is the question that I asked you guys. This is the question that I asked you guys. Try it out. Try it out. Watermelon is also a dicot, dear. It's not a monocot, it's a dicot. Pea is also a dicot. You can break them down to two, right? Chalo. Shreya, I will give your answer towards the end, okay? So do not think that I am not answering. Try to solve this question. Assertion says, in the human heart, ventricles have thicker muscular walls than atria. Reason says, ventricles have to pump the blood into various organs, which is why they have thicker walls. Is it correct? Is it correct? The answer is A. Okay, chalo. Who was the first person to say it's A? I think it was Kavita. And now Alia also, okay. Sudarshan, okay. And my doubt is here. Yes, Vishwas, your doubt was there. So Bittu is also here, says the correct answer. Shreya, I will come back to your question, don't worry. Sanika also says the answer is A, which is why I love this answer, my dear children. So it is A. Both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation. So basically, kya hota hai? Over here, you have atria. Atria gives all the blood to ventricles. Now, it is the ventricles' duty to pump all of this blood to the rest of the body. So suppose the ventricles walls are weak. In that particular case, can it provide pressure to pump the blood? No. And also one more thing, if it does not have a good wall, while providing the pressure, what will happen? There will be tear and wear happening in the ventricular wall, and we do not want that to happen, right? Which is why, since it is having a bigger job out there, of more responsibility out there to pump the blood to entire body, that is why ventricles have thicker muscular walls than atria. So I'll say both statement A and B are correct, and A is the correct explanation of, R is the correct explanation of A. So those of you who said the answer is A, you guys are absolutely correct. Vishwas, do you want me to solve the question once more? If yes, please write once more, otherwise we'll go ahead. So bacha log, answer is A. If at all you have given any other answers, please go through it once more. I'll tell you again why is it the answer A, because atrium passes the blood to ventricles. Ventricle's sole job is to pass it to the rest of the body. So it has to contract a bit more harder, which is why it has muscular walls. Okay, bigger muscular walls. Okay. No, chalo. Next question, question number 20. Try to solve this. Now this is going to be officially the last question. Okay, let's see who is going to be the first position, the last question. Okay, the correct sequence of events when someone's hands touches a hot object unconsciously is receptors in skin, then motor neuron, then relay neuron, then sensory neuron, then effector muscles in heart. Array. Forget your home out there. Where are you from, my dear children? Come back to reality. We have to ace our boats, right? Chalo, sab log. Okay, so here I am getting multiple answers. Amrita says A. Amrita also says B. What? You're giving me MCQs? So bad. Now, going ahead. Okay, Vishwas said it is C, and Kavita also says it's C. Alia also says it's C. Sudarshan C. Okay, Sanika A. Okay. Fine. So, my dear children, what will be your answer for this particular question? Your answer is actually C. Always remember, when we touch something, we are able to sense it because we have receptors on our skin. You call them mechanoreceptors. Okay, we have receptors on the skin. Now, this is for sensing, which is why the next thing will be sensory neuron. And just like how, chugli khor is there, now one person says to another, one person says to another. Same thing works over here in the case of neurons, okay? But you guys don't do that. So, sensory neurons sends the signal to spinal cord. In the spinal cord, you have something which is known as relay neuron or interneuron. Relay race mein dekha hoga, okay? One guy comes in and gives the baton to the next one. So this is known as relay race. Similarly, the one who relays over here is relay neuron, which is there in our spinal cord. Now the relay neuron passes this information to what? To the motor neuron. It passes the information to the next one which is going to run, motor neuron. And the motor neuron basically gives the information to the effector organ, which is a muscle over here, which is why we pull our hands up. Okay, which pulls our hands up. So I'll tell once more, listen to me carefully. First of all, you have your receptors on the skin. They sense sensory neuron, and now spinal cord, relay neuron. From the spinal cord, you have motor neuron, which goes to the effector organ. And please know the other name of all these neurons. So sensory neuron is known as efferent neuron. Efferent neuron. Matlab A se matlab A. Come. All, okay? And here, the motor neuron which is there, it is known as effector. I forgot. Efferent. This is efferent and this will be what? Efferent neuron. So E for exit. E for exit, A for A. Okay. And over here, the relay neuron which is there, it is also known as interneuron because it is in between. Interneuron. Okay. And here it is effector organ only. Khatam. So you should know about this. Vishwas, yes, I know Morena. Okay. Chalo. So who all have got all the questions to be correct? Who all are there who got all your questions to be correct? Chalo, fast, tell me. Ask kiska birthday bhai? Whose birthday is there today? Whose ever birthday is today, happy birthday to you. Okay, anyways. So my dear children, we are here to end the live, and before that, can you tell me who all have scored full on full in today's live session? Honestly, okay, honestly you have to tell me who all has scored full on full in today's live session. So I have some people over here. Okay, don't spam. So 22 on 20, yeah. How? 20, it was 21 questions were there. Why mango tree cannot be? Actually, mango trees can undergo vegetative propagation, my dear. Is there any other part of the questions which is missing over here? So I answered, Alia says, I answered every question and got full. Kudos to Alia. And yes, I have Vishwas over here saying that I got 17 on 21. Kudos to you as well. And who else? Alia reporting 20 on 20. And then Hemalata is over here saying that I got 18 on 20. Oh my God. Superb. And Alia says one extra question. That is 17th question. Yes. And Kabir, it's hard. What's hard? But they asked in case study. I think there will be some extra part to that particular question. Also, if you have, you can put it down in the comment section. I'll see to it later. Okay, and I'll reply to you. So my dear children, my all answers were correct. Arey wah, Bittu Khan. Kavita also, I got full marks. Awesome. So my all dear children are super awesome. And in that case, we will definitely meet again. Hopefully tomorrow for the next live. Did you enjoy the live? Did you like the live? Did you like the teaching? If at all, yes, do not forget to hit that like button and share this with your friends also. Okay? And I'm super proud of you. You are going to ace your board examination. And as I said, do not forget to subscribe to the channel as well right now. Okay? And there is one more live at 5 o'clock by Murtaza sir for mathematics. So if at all you feel maths is difficult for you, go watch that live. Okay? Okay, you have pre-board. Wishing you all the best. I hope it goes well. And Shreya, yes, how to read NCERT. So yes, I'm so sorry I didn't reply to you initially. So the best way of reading NCERT is like you read one particular concept of the NCERT and then frame your own questions from that. But I totally understand now it's not the right time to do so because you have too less time. So if at all you're getting stuck with concept reading while reading NCERT, make sure you're going ahead and watching a one-shot video instead and then come back to the concept. So basically I have my one-shot video over here, I have the NCERT over here. I read, I didn't understand, but I'm getting understanding from this particular video. I watch it, I understand it, and I come back, read then it will be more clear to me. And always remember, do not make too many amount of notes. Okay, do not have that. It's a scam. Basically what you can do is make a one-pager summary. This is the best thing for revision. So while you study, have one page where you are going to make sure you're going to write everything which is important, not the things which are not important. So you have to use that page wisely, right? So you use that, and that page can be referred to whenever you have doubt in revision. Otherwise, usual time goes in revision only rather than studying. So please do that. Okay? Ma'am, my paper was come board exam in 2 months. Very good time because I study. NCERT. Kudos. Okay. Alia, मेरी तबीयत. Okay. चलो. Okay then, children. Bye everyone. Lots of love from me to you guys. Wishing you all the best, and you guys definitely rock. Ta-da. Take care. Also, Shreya is asking me, how do you understand what is important? So that's where the role of previous year question comes in. So whenever you have got a previous year question, mark the questions which are from biology and see what are the questions that have been framed from this chapter. That's when you know that, okay, this concept is being repeated. It's important. Okay? And we'll also try to make a video on what are the important topics out there, so it will be helpful for you. Okay? Chalo, sure, well, thank you Alia for telling. Take care. You also